for cryptocurrencies. And this will lead to the creation of thousands, if not tens of thousands, of high-paying jobs and billions of dollars, if not tens of billions of dollars of economic growth in the very short term. And over the long term, the creation of the next Microsofts and Apples and Googles, but built with decentralized principles.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Charles Hoskinson as he addressed why he is thrilled about the bipartisan crypto legislation announced by Senators Gillibrand and Loomis weeks ago. The crypto market has had a tough month, with market collapses, layoffs, regulatory litigation, and increased vocal pushback from the opposition. However, on June 7th, 2 United States senators offered a bipartisan bill that, if enacted, may pave the way for more crypto use and growth. According to Charles Hoskinson, the legislative initiative would provide a comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets that encourages responsible financial innovation, versatility, accessibility, and strong consumer safeguards while incorporating digital assets into existing legislation. Among other things, the law seeks to ensure legal certainty for digital assets, tax crypto assets, and protect consumers. Don't forget to comment down below what you think. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. With no further ado, let's get right through the video.
So here's the summary of it. It's about 6 pages, the summary, and the whole bill is quite large. The copies that we got were over 140 pages, and when we saw them actually just a few weeks ago when we were in DC, it was still growing and still changing. But it covers all kinds of things. So Title I covers definitions, Title II, responsible tax for digital assets, different sections, de minimis exclusions, broker clarifications, trading safe harbor for non-U.S. persons, decentralized autonomous organizations, digital asset lending agreements, IRS guidance, RIA guidance. You have digital asset mining and staking guidance. Then there's conforming amendments. Then there's stuff on the security side, and it creates a lot of legal classifications. And what they do is they basically kind of talk about the Howey test, and they talk about its relationship to commodities. And basically what they do is they create a situation where things that are obviously a commodity ought to be a commodity, and things that are behaving like securities should be securities. So it's not saying nothing is a security or nothing is a commodity, but it kind of clarifies this a little bit in section 301, 302, 303, 304, and so forth. Then under Title IV, it covers commodity innovations. It gives a lot of definitions. There's a lot of jurisdictional considerations. And they actually reference one of my favorite bills, H.R. 7614.
Senators Kirsten Gillibrand and Cynthia Loomis introduced the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, RFIA, a highly anticipated legislative proposal that, if enacted by Congress and signed into law, it would provide a comprehensive regulatory framework in the United States for digital assets. Under the RFIA, these crypto exchanges would be required to register with the CFTC and follow its regulations for client money safety, consumer and investor protection, and market manipulation prevention, incurring significant compliance expenses. The bill is one of the most ambitious legislative initiatives yet to put clear guardrails around the quickly developing and contentious cryptocurrency marketplaces. Tax filing for cryptocurrency users can be incredibly burdensome, and the legislative proposal aims to alleviate some of those obstacles. It states that purchasing products or services under $200 using cryptocurrency no longer demands submitting a report with the IRS, making it easier to purchase a sausage with Bitcoin, for example. The law also repeals a clause in last year's infrastructure bill that taxed cryptocurrency miners more heavily. Charles Hoskinson says that this proposal could lead to the creation of high-paying jobs in the United States and billions of dollars of economic growth in the short term, and in the long term, the creation of another giant tech company built on decentralized principles.
We asked lawmakers to come and give us their best ideas, and now it's our job as an industry to go up and read these things and really go deep and have a great conversation. And I think a few more iterations and a few more converging factors, we really can get to something where the United States has the best regulation in the world for cryptocurrencies. And this will lead to the creation of thousands, if not tens of thousands, of high-paying jobs and billions of dollars, if not tens of billions of dollars of economic growth in the very short term. And over the long term, the creation of the next Microsofts and Apples and Googles, but built with decentralized principles. As always, there's a lot more work to do. As always, some people are going to have some issues. As I mentioned before, there was a lot of lobbying from certain Bitcoin maximalists to basically legislate the destruction of their competitors, calling anything but proof of work a security, which was bizarre and counterproductive. But lucky for us, stronger minds prevailed, and we now have a better foundation to stand on. And I think it is a balanced approach as the end of the beginning.
The collapse of the UST stablecoin last month, which was supposed to be pegged to the dollar but has since dropped to 0.006687 with a 24-hour trading volume of 12,139,522, raised many concerns about riskier stablecoin models, including algorithmic ones like UST, and how they should be regulated. The measure aims to alleviate some of those concerns by establishing an oversight structure for stablecoins, albeit the word algorithmic stablecoin is not stated.
Then you really need to make sure that you're asset backed, and there needs to be checks and balances there, because you're in a position of trust. You're not a full cryptocurrency. Your only reason you're valuable is people trust that you do something, and they can't see that with the code. Then they put in a consumer protection issue, payments innovation section, and banking innovation section.
The proposal would force stablecoin users to keep high-quality liquid assets equivalent to the value of all issued stablecoins and public disclosure of those holdings. Loomis expects it would encourage innovation while providing just enough consumer safeguards. Some are concerned that the bill would provide too much latitude in a market plagued by fraud and financial crime, while Charles Hoskinson and some crypto experts are thrilled about the bill's possibilities. Various government agencies, most notably the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, are battling for control over Bitcoin at the present. SEC Commissioner Gary Gensler, who has previously been suspicious of Bitcoin, has indicated that most cryptocurrencies meet the definition of a security, bringing them within his control. The SEC has taken action against many notable crypto companies under Gensler's tenure, including the currency Ripple and the lending site BlockFi. Charles Hoskinson, however, believes that cryptocurrencies should be controlled by the FCTC, which is smaller and has historically been more friendly to crypto. Similarly, this law seeks to give them greater power, rather than the SEC, by classifying most currencies as commodities, similar to wheat or oil. Any cryptocurrency wanting to be recognized as a commodity must be sufficiently decentralized, though the definition of that term is rather ambiguous. Making cryptocurrencies commodities would potentially allow for considerably quicker development, as well as pave the way for a Bitcoin ETF exchange-traded fund, which would allow less technically savvy investors to enter the crypto market. Do you believe the bill's introduction marks a significant milestone for the crypto industry attempting to emerge from its Wild West phase? Comment down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.